Hey YouTube, welcome back to this week's episode of Take 10. I am here with my pal, my friend, one of the goats of the community, Andrew Holder. He was gracious enough to come on. We had Tam last week from Board State. We got a Board State reunion. Not confirmed that they're getting back together, but yeah, we can hope one day. One day, we can hope and pray.
Tam dodged me at World, so he doesn't get his once a year podcast.
But Andrew, how are you doing tonight?
I am great. We've been hanging out for a bit, talking about everything. So
yeah,
it's been fun.
Try to. But we'll hop right into the questions right away. Everyone knows how this goes. I ask my buddies, my pals, questions about their life, about who they are, about their stuff in the community. I try to now, with season 2, I try to personalize it a little more, instead of just being the same old cookie cutter questions. So, first question's our icebreaker question, Andrew. What was the last thing you ate today?
I had a bag of Tom's hot fries at work, like spicy chips.
Okay, those spicy chips. Okay,
that was like 5 hours ago.
Okay.
So dinner time. We're currently recording during dinner time.
Dinner time. Okay.
But
it'll
be okay.
We will try to stay on task and not venture off so you can get food. This is kind of funny because last week Tam said he's cutting chips altogether for almonds. So it's kind of like a weird juxtaposition.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So like, I would probably be way healthier if I stopped eating chips. The issue is where I work, we all have what's called the TBS lunch, which is you grab whatever drink you want from the fridge and a bag of chips.
Okay.
Because none of us remember to bring lunch to work.
It's
the TBS
fair.
lunch.
The TBS lunch.
You go grab a bag of chips and like a water or an energy drink or a soda or whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Today I had a bottle of water and a thing of hot chips. Okay. That was my lunch.
What's your normal go-to if you do bring a lunch?
Oh, I just like I'm like bag childhood bag lunch pilled where it's like a ham sandwich and like an apple and a little 8-ounce thing of water. And I'm kicking my feet at my desk like my ham sandwich because I'm white and uninspired.
No, I do the same thing. I bring a sandwich. I have a piece of fruit. I usually have some yogurt or some vegetables, and then I have my water. So yeah, I'm right with you. I love bringing my own lunch sometimes. So, all right. First question. One day I'll get cool post things, and I'll be able to be like a whoosh, whoosh, like a wash thing. Yeah. How'd you get into UniVersus? What got your interest in the game, and what kept you here until you took your hiatus?
Yeah, so I started officially playing like where people like knew I was playing the game in 2022 with MHA01, like a lot of people. But I want to say it was 2019, they announced that My Hero Academia was getting a card game.
Okay.
2019, end of 2019 or 2020. I have the timeline a little mixed up. And I was super excited because My Hero is one of my favorite IPs. It's one of my favorite mangas. I have an overhaul tattoo. I love the IP. And so I dove in and we bought the Sub-Zero versus Scorpion starter decks, the Spike versus Vicious starter decks. Yeah. And I played the game a lot with the starter decks and came to the conclusion that it was the worst game I had ever played. I hated it. I hated it. It was so bad. I lost almost every game I played, and then if it wasn't for the fact that like one game as Scorpion, I pulled off like a really cool combo string of attacks, I probably would have never played it. I probably would have bought some My Hero cards and then just left. But during that time, COVID happens, and I get really bored, so I go back and I watch like all of the content that's available. I watched all of the Guile treatment. I watched. I found it's so funny because I found like Phil Birch's original YouTube channel, which is like King Salty or something.
Yeah, I know that one.
Back in like 2013, and then I watched TCGU.
Yeah.
Basically, if it was about UFS, I had already watched it.
Sure. Okay.
And so when the game came out, part of the reason, like I think that my whole area got so much better than a lot of the other new play groups is that we had like several people who did the same thing I did. We all like just dived in, and then the reason I stuck around was mostly My Hero, and then the community is great. But that's such a lame answer, so I'm not gonna say the community.
It's all right. You can say whatever answer you want. It's your show.
I really think the game, when not getting into how I feel about it currently, but when the game is good, it's my favorite game I've played.
Yeah.
And I felt like for a long time we had a very good game with other issues, right? And so that's why I stuck around, was like the gameplay was good, and I was good at it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we know.
And when you're
Yeah.
good at something, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't stop doing it. Especially when
Correct.
you're like, back when we were making money playing card games. You know, like we would make
Mm-hmm.
money playing this card game.
Yeah.
I joke, not even a joke. I tell people all the time that I had to pay taxes on how much money I won in 2022.
Seriously, off the cards?
Yes, off the cards. I sold my
Wow.
my contender card for $6,000.
Oh, holy
And
shit.
then Origins, we all everyone who made top like 32 got sent double promos.
I remember
I got
that.
sent
I remember that.
I
yeah.
got sent 56 promos and got 30 copies of Excited for Blood, which was selling for $60 a piece. So like, it was with worlds and
Yeah.
with commentating and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I was good at the game.
Yeah.
I did well, and I liked the game.
Yeah.
So like it worked out.
Mhm.
And the game rewarded me for playing it. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. And I think that's something that's really cool. That like when the game is good, like you feel really rewarded on it, right? Like you just, I think it's with any game personally. Like if you do well and like you put time into it, I just think I think it's just, one of those things that just
Yeah.
pans out. Do you miss commentating? Sorry, I'm a side question this real quick. Do you
You're
miss
good.
commentating?
No, I miss commentating. But I don't know. The issue with commentating is I feel it's kind of disingenuous when
Mhm.
people don't actually play the game
Sure.
actively.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
I think if I did commentary, I would go back and learn, like, I would go
Paul.
learn every card,
Yeah.
and I would make sure that, like, I knew everything.
Sure.
But it wouldn't be the same as, like, someone who's actively playing
Yeah,
or
I
whatever,
getcha.
right? Like,
yeah, yeah.
I think it's always very apparent when our commentators are actively playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like the current game, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's a lot more understanding of what's happening on the board. Like Tam
Yeah.
is a good example. He's in chat. We know Tam plays the game a lot.
Yeah.
Or played. I don't know. I don't keep up with him as much, but
Yeah.
I know he's doing other content. But when Tam is talking about something versus when another commentator might talk about something, you can very clearly tell who is and isn't.
Sure.
That's a little true too, Tam, but I'm not saying that part out loud.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
if you are in the community and you do content, one of the most like rewarding things you can do is try and talk to whoever's in charge now about doing commentary. Just because like it's really rewarding to sit there and like have people come up to you and be like, oh, I really loved when you commentated this event or whatever. Like that's the part I think I miss is like talking to people. And one of the things that I was good at when I did commentary was I knew everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like random person would come on stream and they'd be like, yeah, we've never seen this person before. And I'd be like, yeah, but they finished at these 7 places at the last 7 tournaments with these 7 decks.
Yep.
And it would be really cool to have someone come up to me and be like, oh, I was on stream and I
Yeah.
didn't even know you know who I was. And I was like, well, I didn't know who you were, but I knew like what your tournaments were.
Correct.
Right? And I thought that was always really
because I think that's something like doing your homework, like when it comes to like something like commentating or doing content creation or whatnot. I think that's a huge thing, right? Like I think that pays off in dividends. You could tell that, right? Like that you knew your stuff, and like the current commentating team. Like everyone knows that I want to fire David and I want to hire other people. But anywho, like when Tam, Sam, Jesse, Barrett. Oh man, when Tam and Barrett are on stream, holy shit, I can't turn my eyes away, right? Like it's great. Like you just know that they know. Speaking of them, I want to tangent real fast in the middle of this. What do you think are Riftbound, yay or nay? Just in general. You don't have to actually
Right now, nay,
Okay.
but I'm excited for set 2.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of content creation, this is how I knew of you because you did content creation, and we met at the Omaha, the first in-person. What do they call them back then? There wasn't a regional, provisional. And I was like, hey, you're that YouTube guy, because I knew you from YouTube, because that was because I wasn't doing content creation, so it was really nice to see other people doing it. When you started doing your content on your own, when you started doing content on your own card game content channel, that's a really bad worded question. What was the drive? What started you doing content in the first place?
Actually, it was just like the desire for some kind of creative outlet.
Okay.
I've always been like kind of good at the games I play. I won't say I was ever the best, but I've always been kind of good at the games I play and feel like I have at least a slightly different opinion than a lot of people. And so I felt like there was just like things I
Yeah.
could say that other people wouldn't be talking
Yeah,
about.
sure.
There was a lot of like, like Tam was really good at teaching you kind of like the mechanics of the card game, and you had Bromley occasionally would do like deeper dive stuff.
Yeah.
But there was also a real lack of like deck profile videos, so I started by just posting whatever decks I played at locals.
Yeah. Okay.
Like whether I went undefeated, whether I lost every round. Like my first video is a Nomu deck profile. My second one is Deku 1.
Okay.
My third, like I have them all hidden on my channel now because
Yeah.
I don't want to do any free advertising for UVS games.
Yeah, I
but,
get
like,
it. Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
It has a lot of like just a lack of deck building, and then tournaments were happening, and like no one could figure out what did well at the tournaments, and that's where like my big YouTube like takeoff went, where it was like I stayed a couple hundred subs, and then basically I decided I was going to be the guy who would go harass everyone on Discord. What was your deck that you played? Give me your deck list.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I did like some interview content, but a big thing of it was just like I had a real lack of creative output in my life. Like
Okay.
I just went to work, I put cards in envelopes, I came home, I played video games, I hung out with my wife. Like my life was like fulfilling, but I was missing something creatively.
Sure. Okay. I get it.
Like I had nothing that I was like I didn't use my hands to build anything.
Yeah, okay.
And like
I get that.
And and I felt like that was something that would enrich my life. And so I did it, and I had a ton of fun doing it for as long as I did. And then I hit a point where I was just like,
oh yeah,
I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh,
Like I told you, and I put it in my Discord. This is the first time I've done meme content creation since 2023, November 2023.
Yeah.
For UniVersus. I made a couple Star Wars videos, and that was fun. But but yeah, I decided it was like
time to hang it up.
it was just something
them.
I needed to do.
Yeah.
And then also, I hit a wall.
Yeah. No,
I
I get that. No, I did that. Well, I crash and burned with my first run, like at the end, because me and upper management got into whatever. I'm not gonna get into it, but like now it's I'm kind of fortunate. We'll get into this question later, but with my team, with final round, we do a thing on Friday night now where like if I just get like uninspired to do content, I just throw games up now, and like the easiest content ever to be made. But no, I think something to be said, like doing content and playing the game at the same time. Like when you're in the game and you find another avenue to not like just play the game, but explore the game in a different way, it kind of makes you a better player in a way, right? Like it just does, like it makes you better.
To actually help segue you into your next question.
Sure, that's cool.
Part of the reason, if people in chat will remember, that there was a much angrier time in Andrew Holder's UniVersus life. The first year or two of me playing the game, I was a huge thorn in the side, and like I was very vocal about the things I didn't like in order to try and make a better game. And we had some success with that, by the way. Like the promo changes and everything. Like I had a lot of conversations and like phone calls with employees in the company that you don't even know their name because they were doing marketing or whatever. They were doing market research. Anyway, I like was hit so hard by the game because I was playing the game competitively.
Yeah.
I was making content and I was selling the game.
Yeah.
I was a retailer.
Yeah.
And so like whenever the company would make a mistake, it would hit me on 3 different fronts.
Yeah.
Right. And so like it part of the reason I burned out was because of I had to make a decision.
Yeah.
Do I want to keep playing the game? Do I want to keep my job? Or do I want to make content?
Yeah.
And the one that ran out was, well, I guess I just won't make content anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah. Speaking of the segue, which thank you for softballing that one so I can hit it out of the park. Question 3. With you working at a comic and card game shop, how does that help you in selling a game? Not just UniVersus, but like Magic or Riftbound or like Dungeons and Dragons. Like how does that give you like another avenue or like a point of view into those games? How does that help you in selling it to a customer?
So for me, it actually makes it harder because I'm not capable of like just like bullshitting and telling a lie.
Okay.
I'm very straightforward. So when I don't like a game, I'm like very much like, hey, I don't think that one's very good, but if you like that one, you should try this one.
Fair. Yeah.
And so with UniVersus for a long time, it was incredibly easy because I was like organizing our community and I loved the game. And so I was like, hey, this game is hard. I would always tell everyone it's really hard, but it's so rewarding when you actually get good at it. And I actually think it, because of my personality specifically, it is a detriment to me selling games because because when someone goes, "Hey, what are your thoughts on Lorcana?"
Yeah.
for example, and I go, "That's baby's first game for babies." You know what I mean? Like that game's not that game doesn't have depth. But if you like Disney,
Yeah, if you like
right?
Disney, yeah.
What are your for a while it was what are your thoughts on Magic, and I was
Yeah.
like, I used to be Magic was my first game, and then I went through like a hate period of Magic, and
Okay.
now I'm back on Magic's pretty cool.
Sure.
And so like for me specifically, it actually is harder
Okay.
to sell games because I play games. I think if
Yeah.
I didn't play games and I was just like reading the Google review of the game, I could probably
You can
like,
bullshit people.
my way through.
Hell
Yeah,
I like
but,
it.
But because I'm like touching everything and trying to
Yeah.
play every game I can,
Yeah.
like
I mean, you're trying to be a good employee and know like everything about everything you're trying to sell, right? Because you guys aren't,
Yeah.
like you said yourself, you guys are like like a red mage, a jack of all trades, not a master of one,
Yeah.
but a jack of all trades. Like with me,
Yeah, we're trying to be like the Walmart of game
there
stores.
you go. Like with me, like with working for Pepsi, someone goes, "Hey, is this zero sugar trolley Mountain Dew any good?" And I go, "Okay, buddy, yeah, perfect. It's delicious." It's not very good at all.
So
It
gross.
sucks. It's so
I had one the
bad.
other day,
Oh
it's
god,
so
it's
gross.
so bad. It's just so bad.
The Rocket Pop one was good though.
Oh, the red, white, and blue one.
The
Yeah.
red, white, and blue Rocket Pop one.
Yeah,
that
that
was
one-
good. I like the sugar free for that.
I like. I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's a sugar-free soda, but I think it would have been better if it wasn't sugar-free. But it then also could have been like too sweet. So I don't know. Like I wanted to taste a sour gummy worm, and I just got tasted zero sugar aftertaste, and that was just disappointing. So number 4, your favorite IP. Let's go. I'm gonna break this into 2 parts. In UniVersus, which you probably already know the question, but do you have any other game that has a favorite IP of yours?
So it's probably My Hero Academia for UniVersus. But
Yeah.
the Trigun Stampede stuff is like a close second.
Sure. Okay.
I think Trigun Stampede is like such a good anime.
Mhm.
The animation's a little bit tough to get past sometimes, but I think Trigun overall is great, and I think the changes they made to Stampede were an improvement, even though people on the internet will tell me I'm wrong. I really enjoyed Stampede.
Okay.
But it's probably My Hero, and
Yeah.
then Trigun.
Okay.
As far as like in any game in general,
Yeah.
League of Legends, so Riftbound should be a hit for me.
Yeah.
But Riftbound currently feels as if it was a multiplayer party game designed for China, and then they saw how much money they could make in the West and went, "Wait, we have to release this."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wait, we have to release this in the US.
Yeah.
And so Set One, I don't know how much you're keeping up with it, but like Kaisa is currently like the best deck in that game. It's, like, winning every
I catch
tournament.
Barrett stuff. His Riftbound
Mhm.
Ramblings. I watch that. That's my weekly update. So I watch
Yeah.
that. So
And
yeah.
it's very apparent that Kaisa has some cards inside her deck that were designed for 4 people to be playing.
I just heard this
She has
the
like
other
a card
day.
that does
I
like
just heard this the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she has a card that does like 2 damage to 6 different things, I think.
Okay.
Cathian Rain.
Okay.
And when you read that, that is not meant to be a card that is played when we're playing 1v1. That is meant to pick off a party's worth, like 3
Yeah.
other people's stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think she's having so much success because she has these efficiently costed spells that are meant for multiplayer. So I'm
Okay.
excited for Set 2 because Set 2 was created after they knew they were making a 1v1 game.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. Okay.
Set 1 has a lot of cards where I read them and go, this was designed to be played as a multiplayer board game.
Okay.
Not for me to play 1v1 with my friends.
And then they're like, we can make tons of money,
Yeah.
Yes, I watch you.
Yeah.
Yes, Barrett. Yeah, you're great. Yeah, I think like, correct me if I'm wrong. Stampede's 2nd season's coming out soon, right?
Yeah.
Now, I watched Trigun, original Trigun, like back in the day, and I never finished it, so I'm excited. I don't know. I'm excited. That's pretty cool.
I really enjoyed Stampede, like to the point that famously every time I rewatch Stampede, I go into my Discord and tag Jose and remind them that Knives should have been the other character. Like
I was gonna bring it up.
Shane Duckworth self-inserting Nicholas Wolfwood into my game. Crazy. But I think that's like, and I also really enjoyed the design of the Trigun deck, even if it was like not the most powerful stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Vash feels very much like a pacifist, right? Like, yes, he attacks, but the attacks aren't for a lot of damage.
Yeah.
They're just mostly to get you to back off, right?
Yeah, yeah. He discards an attack on his face to draw extra cards.
Yes,
Yeah.
to draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
Like it's part of the game that I fell in love with was like the
Yeah.
very flavorful design
Yeah.
of the cards themselves. So like the Trigun deck's really cool, and then I really like Bebop as like if I had to pick a third IP that UniVersus has. Unfortunately for me, this year the last 2 years have been Bebop and Trigun and the one My Hero set and the My Hero deck, and then a bunch of misses.
Then a bunch
of stuff that I just do not care about. I don't care about the fighting games, which I'm sorry if you guys like the fighting games. They don't do anything for
everyone
me.
likes their own stuff, man. Like Corey said, I was super hyped for Critical Role, and everything else was kind of okay. And then my buddy Corey was like, "This sucks. Like I want like, like Street Fighter or Tekken or something that he likes, right?
Yeah, I mostly like I had no attachment to Turtles.
Yeah.
The only Turtles IP I've ever been attached to is one that we would never use because it's too graphic, which is The Last Ronin.
Which
we would never ever do The Last Ronin.
No, never.
But it's
never.
my favorite one.
Yeah,
and,
I get it. Yeah, it's a good story. It's a great story.
I don't care about the fighting games.
Yeah.
I don't care about Critical Role.
Yeah.
I really don't care about Attack on Titan.
Yeah, you're not. You're not the only one. It's okay.
Yeah. So for me, for me, it's been like a bunch of misses on IP.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping next year has something
Yeah.
that makes me go like,
okay,
this will be so cool.
Yeah.
Because right now my excitement of UniVersus is mostly based around the idea of like, I read the words on a card and I go, the words are cool. I don't like Porco, right?
Yeah.
I thought the words on Porco were super cool.
Kickflip
like,
guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't actually care about Porco.
Correct. You like doing the mechanic, which kind of leads us into the next question, mechanically wise. It doesn't have to be UniVersus staple. It could be any card game. What's your favorite mechanic in a card game, and why?
My favorite mechanic in a card game is like toolbox tutoring. I don't want to tutor for like, I don't want my deck to be a bunch of 4-ofs and my tutors go find the 4-of that fits the situation. I want my deck to be 37 1-ofs. And so like my favorite Magic card, and what kind of actually is probably the reason I still play card games, is a card called Birthing Pod.
Okay. I've heard you talk about this before.
Yes, yeah. So for those who've never played Magic, and it was 3 and a Phyrexian green mana, which means you could pay green mana or 2 life. It would stay on your board, and then you could pay 1 and a Phyrexian green mana, so green or 2 life, and sacrifice a creature to go search your deck for a creature that costs +1 of the sacrificed creature.
We're talking about canister creation. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know the truth to it. I like that mechanic so much that Tim Friedley jokingly said he designed Canister Creation Strike to make up for the fact that my snap reaction to Overhaul was that I didn't like him. Like my first read of Overhaul was like, I don't like this guy, and Tim was like, yeah, we were working on girl power at the time, and so I made a card that you would like. And he did it. I love that card. That's one of the coolest cards in the game.
It is.
Like, every time so to me it is like toolbox tutoring, which is not really a mechanic. More so than like a deck building philosophy, but cards that let me do that. Like Final Fantasy TCG has a cloud that lets you do the Birthing Pod thing, where you sack a Final Fantasy VII character to go get a Final Fantasy VII character cost +1.
Oh, that's sick. That's super
so
cool.
like I've always called it the Birthing Pod mechanic, like kind of like the alchemy mechanic, where like you're turning one resource into a different one.
Sure.
And so like if I ever really got into the game and won a champ card, like my champ card does something similar with my discard pile. Like my head cannon for a champ card.
Yeah, go for it.
Would do something similar.
Oh, I mean, like, do you have it? Do you have it memorized? Because
I have it written down somewhere.
Okay,
So if you win a champ card and you're listening, you should be legally required to include the symbol you won on your character.
Yeah.
But so it would be life, order, and whatever symbol I won on.
Okay, sure.
And if I won on life, I would get to pick the third symbol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like life, order, and then whatever symbol I won on. And then it's just like pay or discard a card to pick up a card of the same type with cost +1.
Yeah.
Or the bottom enhance, like a once per turn, just Canister Creation Strike. remove
Yeah.
a foundation to build a
To
foundation
build
with cost
foundation.
+1.
Okay. Tam said
Yeah,
plus
yeah,
two.
and then
We're
just
gonna
those two
plus two
abilities.
it. Not plus one. We're plus twoing
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah. You should be required to put the symbol you want on your
Yeah.
character. I think it's crazy that you don't.
I think that's a. I think that's a good. I think that's an easy thing. Like you can pick two other
Yeah.
symbols. That's not that big of a deal. I think that's good.
Mitch should have had death.
Mhm.
Will Anderson. I think he won on. I don't remember what he won on.
I think he was
Adventure.
fire. It might have been.
He might have fire on his character.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what it. I don't remember. All right. So, question number 6. It's kind of a long question, so bear with me. You've been writing articles for Coping with Cardboard as a guest writer. How did that come about? And then, how do you think the evolution of the player base gathering into teams has either helped or hurt the community?
So the Coping with Cardboard thing is I'm not even a guest writer.
Oh.
I'm actually technically on their team.
Oh no shit. Okay. Okay.
If I went to an event, I would put Coping with Cardboard in my
Okay.
in my
Hell
team tag
yeah.
kind of
The
thing.
guy, he still plays, boys. He still plays.
I play, just not nearly as much.
No,
as I
I
used to.
know. I know.
I think that the article thing came about where I had stuff I wanted to talk about, but the idea of turning my camera on and recording videos made me want to blow my brains out. Like, not to be graphic, but
You're
the
fine.
idea
You're all
of
good, man.
turning my camera on
Yeah.
and being like, "Hey guys, let's talk," and like recording a 15-minute YouTube
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
actually made me want to die.
Yeah, I
was
get
just
it.
like,
I get
absolutely
it. Yeah.
not.
I get it.
And so I had written up a script on the blitz mechanic. The one that my first article for them is on the blitz mechanic and how much I dislike the blitz mechanic.
Yeah.
And I had written up a video script and I had sent it to Paul a couple times. And he had kind of, like, oh, I really like it, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
And finally one day I was like, hey man, here's the deal. You guys are trying to get written content.
Mhm.
I don't want to make a video. I've changed my mind. I have rewritten this into an article.
Yeah.
I will make my own website and I will scream into the void. I'll make a Substack or something. I'll make a WordPress and I'll post my own stuff.
Yeah.
Or you guys can just post it as like a guest writer.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, man, that sounds great. He said, let me ask the team.
Yeah.
And I had made a bunch of jokes for a while about how I was on their team. And I was on their team and I was officially on their team before the articles.
Okay.
And Danny always went, absolutely not. And a few hours go by and Paul finally goes, hey, what if you just join the team?
Yeah.
He's like, you don't have to do, you don't have to do anything special, just like write articles. And part of my reason for approaching Paul was like, they were doing something really cool, and I felt like I could use the tiny platform I had in the community to like help them.
Okay.
So even as a guest writer, right, being like, oh wow, they got, Andrew Holder doesn't care about the game anymore, but he made an article for this website. Let's go read it.
Yeah.
And so I was hoping to use the tiny bit of internet clout that I still had to like help
them out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it turned out that they're all pretty cool, and I like being in their Discord. And, it's been before I get to your second, it's been very funny the way they interact with as a team.
Okay.
When I was on a team, we were on Unfun Stuff, right? Unfun Stuff was like the big team.
Yeah.
And we were, even if you take out the Jose part.
Yeah.
A lot of us were very good at the game and still had crazy good results, and like we were a very much a force to be reckoned with. And a lot of us treated the game like a second job. I would like go to work for 35 hours, go home and play test for 35 hours, hang out with my wife for 35 hours, and sleep for 35 hours, and that was my week. You know what I mean? Like, my 140 hours of a week, or however many hours are in a week, that's what it came down to, 168 or whatever. Like, it was
wild.
That's kind of how how my life was for a while. And so we were like blood, sweat, and tears UniVersus, always trying to like help each other out, do the thing that like the best deck. And so the way they interact as a team is way different. They care and they're testing and they're constantly building decks and asking each other questions. But it's been like kind of strange because like, to me, in my head, a team, you life it. But that's also because I come from a sports background. So it's been very interesting and like refreshing to see how much of the game they're able to separate. Like they're able to just like, we're a team, but like it's not everything. Like, we don't have to like put 40 hours a week in. It's a hobby. Whereas with Unfun Stuff, that was not the case. For a lot of us, it was not a hobby. It was a second job.
Yeah, and that kind of also kind of like take away the fun in it. like in a way, you know, like I don't know. I think it's like you can get burnout from like doing that. I see that a lot of competitive players like get like that when they're just constantly grinding 80 hours a week. Not really, but everything's competitive, 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 and you gotta take some time for yourself, you know, like just, you know, enjoy it.
I think a big like eye-opening thing for me that I really didn't absorb until after I had walked away was how successful Kevin Broberg and Tim Keefe are when they played. Sometimes they don't play the game the entire week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know they've been around a long time, and it's unfair to compare yourself to two of the best players of all time. Like, you know, if you're making a top 5, Kevin's probably 1, Tim's 3 through 5, depending on how high your opinion of Garrett Brett is, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Tim might be number 2. Like,
the Mount Rushmore.
So
Yep.
It is like a really interesting to hear them talk about it. Where like they're always talking about the game and they think about the game a lot, right? But they don't. They're not like absorbed by the game. Sure. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Well, I do think there was a point in time where like being absorbed by the game made me very, very skilled and made Mitchell very skilled. And one of Tam's best runs that I think he's ever had was that year where we were like grinding because he like, you know, got second on a regional top 6. You know, like it was. The end of that grinding resulted in Tam winning that webcam regional with Osby, right? Like that was the tail end of that grinding. And so it was like it was rewarding, but it can also be rewarding and not put your entire life into it. You know what I mean? Like you can still get the same things out of it, especially in a game this small. Like we're not playing for $50,000 prize pools like Magic Pro Tours, right? We're not even playing for the promos you can't even sell, so you're not playing for anything really.
Correct. You're playing for the love of the game, I guess. You know.
Yeah. And so, like, it's been very refreshing to see how they interact as a team because it's not what I'm used to.
Sure.
And I don't get too involved in like the testing aspect of it.
Yeah.
If someone posts a deck and I have something to say about it, I'll chime in.
Yeah.
But I'm mostly there to like help be a sounding board for someone who has an article or someone needs help with a video.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, your second part of the question is the evolution of the player base gathering into teams. Has it helped or hurt the community? It's weird.
Okay.
I've gone to Worlds the last 2 years and not played.
Yeah.
Right. I've just gone and hung out because everyone shows up to Worlds. Right.
Yeah.
And this year felt really weird and disjointed where like I felt like everyone was super isolated. I felt like one team sat in one part of the room and the other team sat in the other part of the room and a third team sat outside of the venue and the Oceanic team did their own thing in one part of the and like I even remember walking up to a couple of people being like, hey man, you guys like it or not, are the community ambassadors now. Like, you need to be out there talking to people and walking around and approaching people because it didn't feel like that was happening.
Sure.
And it could have just been me because like it was also the first time in a while that I had felt like an outsider to the game.
Yeah.
Because wasn't playing.
Yeah.
And so like, I think it has been helpful in the idea of like people are getting better at the game now.
Okay.
People are getting more skilled at the game. And outside of that Worlds event, everything I've heard about events is that, it was so great hanging out with everyone. It was so great to see everyone. So that might have just been like a one-off thing where everyone's a little cagey because it's the World Championships and we're trying to stay isolated. But the most united that room was when David Toombs ID'd himself out of top 8. That was like the most united the room was.
That is facts.
Like, yes, but other than that, everyone was very much in their own little corners.
Yeah.
And the only time I really saw people mixing the groups was when Mitchell was pulling people to do deck profiles.
True.
Right? Like Mitchell would go pull a Let's Talk UVS person, or Mitchell, or he'd go pull a final round person, or he'd go pull an unknown person, like someone who wasn't on a team. So I think it's okay now, but I do think there was a point where it was a little harmful because everyone felt really isolated.
Sure. Because they're all like they just want to stay together in their own I don't want to say clique because that's kind of a negative word, but like they want to stay together with their team and stuff. But like I think that's something that we have to be mindful as people in teams and community ambassadors or people who do content. You do have to for lack of a better term, acknowledge everybody with the Roman Reigns finger. You want to acknowledge everybody, right? Like you just want to be friendly. You don't want to be standoffish or whatnot. I get it. It's the world championship, so it's like, my team's better than
Yeah,
yours and all that. But it's just like,
we're trying to prove ourselves. But like,
yeah.
I do think that the community, the average player is better. Now, I do think that because we're smaller than we were in 2022, 2023 as a game, that's just part of it. Is like the talent is more concentrated. So when we have a 60-person event, and instead of it being like a 200-person event where I think 40 people could win, it's a 60-person event where I think 35 people could win.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the big difference. Is that like the talent is a lot more concentrated, and because everyone it is so much smaller, everyone is interacting and sharing. I do think that like this is the first time, especially with Let's Talk UVS and not Team Ligma, MGLA.
You could say either one. I don't mind.
This is the first time that teams, at least in my experience, have really like embraced the idea of a team deck.
Yeah.
Like the Air Nick Reagan and the Krista deck.
Yeah.
And you have like your Corey. I was actually going to bring up Corey. You have Corey who's going to play Recovery Girl or whatever. But like, hey, they all decided that all Nick Reagan was the best thing, so they all showed up to a tournament with all Nick Reagan.
Yeah.
They all decided Krista was the best thing, and then they all showed up with Krista except for Recovery Girl, right?
Yeah.
And like, I think that's really interesting because the only time I remember doing that on Unfun Stuff is when was Odro 2.
Ah, yeah.
That was the only time where I think all of us registered a thing.
Yeah.
And just went like, hey, this is just so much better than the next thing.
Correct.
Like, don't play anything else.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, we all kind of would like sit and spend all of our time convincing our friends that their pet deck was bad, and they'd go, no, your pet deck is bad. And then they would play whatever they wanted anyway.
I not gonna lie, I thought about trying to find free use Mr. Brightside to have playing in the background the entire time. I thought about it, didn't do it, but I obviously thought about it, because the famous 50 tab Mr. Brightside night. So
that one was crazy. Yeah, that one was crazy. I think, to answer your question, I think overall it is like a net neutral. It hasn't hurt or because there's always been teams, right?
Yeah.
And a big part of teams, like when I was playing, was like, these are the people that you test with or you hang out with online, like in Discord calls, and then the people you go to dinner with at events. But at the event, I was just wearing a pink and blue jersey.
Yeah.
Like, I would gravitate towards my Unfun Stuff friends.
Yeah.
But like, I was just wearing a jersey, and the only time the jersey mattered was when we were trying to figure out who's going to dinner. Like, where are we going to dinner?
That's very true.
Who's going to dinner?
Yep.
And so like it to me, I think it's like a net neutral. I think the player base has gotten better because there are more groups testing and figuring things out.
Yeah.
And then it is cool though. It's cool to see all the jerseys, right? Like to see everyone pop up, and like whenever the camera shows the crowd and you see 8 different jerseys, and it's not just, well, there are the 7 Unfun Stuff players, and there are the 4 Rochester players, and there are the 6 LWG players, and then everyone else is just wearing
whatever
a branded T-shirt. Right?
Yeah.
So
it is kind of fun though, because like you do find like you do have people in the community who are jersey collectors who want a team jersey from everybody. It's just kind of funny because people.
Phil and I, man, when we were at Worlds this year, if we would have been more, I don't know the word, but if we would have executed on our drunk ideas better, man, at one point we walked to 7-Eleven to see if they sold plain white T-shirts, so we could hand trace an L onto our jersey, onto a white T-shirt, and walk around the venue with like Team Ligma on the jersey, but with a hand, a Sharpie, like a huge Sharpie L, and then
that would be perfect.
I wanted to like get an orange shirt and just like in the worst handwriting I could do, write Rochester on it, and just every single day.
That's awesome.
Every single day, like have a different made up jersey.
But
yeah, I get it. I wanted to jersey collect for a bit, and then Sean O'Brien told me I could never have a Rochester jersey, and I went, damn.
They have really nice jerseys. Those baseball jerseys are sick.
Yeah.
Those things are super cool. All right, moving on. This is an interesting one because I wanted your take on this one. With JJ's top cut in Toronto with Overhaul, for example, do you think players for any TCG really tend to just focus on the shiny new toys instead of going back and checking on older ones with new coats of paint? Do you think people are too new set pilled to go back?
Only in small games.
Okay. Okay.
I think in a bigger game like a Magic the Gathering
Mm-hmm.
or a Pokemon or um, a Yu-Gi-Oh, for example, right? People are totally okay playing the thing they think is broken forever,
Yeah.
right?
True.
Like if the thing about smaller games is people do tend to like hyper fixate on the new thing, right?
Mm.
To the detriment of their own ability. Like I think that they would benefit from going back and exploring older things.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this weird obsession with smaller games of being the first person to do something.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
I want to be the overhaul guy. I want to be sorry. This brings up a crazy story that I have to tell you.
Go ahead.
Whenever we made the Team Ligma joke,
Yeah.
there was one person on Team Ligma
Yeah.
who hated it.
Okay.
And every time I said it at any event, would just go, "That's not our name."
Yeah.
And got really mad about
Okay.
it.
Okay. Okay.
And I found out that he created, as a retort to unfun stuff,
Yeah.
Team Fun Butt Stuff. And if I would have known that, I would have bought a jersey that was the tail end of the unicorn
Yeah.
and been Team Fun Butt Stuff forever.
That
I would have.
I would want a
wish
shirt
we
of
would've
that.
played.
I would definitely want a
Yeah.
shirt of that. That's
Oh
fantastic.
my god, Team Fun Butt Stuff
Yeah.
would be crazy.
It'd be so crazy.
But anyway, with smaller games,
Yeah.
there's this like weird rush to be like the guy who's known for something. People want to be their
Yeah.
character specialist.
Sure.
And so like I don't think that it's really an issue in bigger games. I
Mhm.
think bigger games also have Magic Online and Master Duel and PCCGO and
Damn.
and all of these
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
all of these like cool ways to just max extract data
Yeah.
that we
yeah,
don't have.
Yeah.
And so there is like an over fixation on the
Mhm.
new thing because I also think there's a weird problem where like I'm trying to word this correctly.
You're
There's a
good,
weird
yeah.
problem where we don't let cards just sit and marinate during preview season. People are
Yeah.
uploading them into TTS immediately
Oh, that bugs
and
the
putting
shit
them
out
in
of
the
me.
current.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, do you want to play against my Mount Lady 2 deck when there are 0 review cards revealed?"
Yeah.
And it's just like we're so obsessed with moving to the next thing and moving to the next
Mhm.
shiny thing rather than focusing on fixing the current thing.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And so like JJ going back with Overhaul is and like Ryan Levine never really giving up on Hawks, right?
Yeah.
Like
Exactly. Yep.
Ryan Levine playing the new hot Hawks deck. Yeah, I know James O'Doherty did well with it, and Avison was their name, did well
Yeah.
with it in Oceania.
hmm
But like, if you sat me down and were like, "You're gonna play the Gauntlet," Ryan Levine would be the final boss of any Hawks Gauntlet. 'Cause
Correct.
He's never given up on Hawks,
Yeah.
right?
Facts.
Back in the day, if you would have been like, "Hey, Kevin Broberg, Tim Keefe, and Chris Smith are all playing All Might 3. Rank them in the order that you're concerned," I'd go, "Oh, I don't want to play Chris Smith because that guy's played 1,000 All Might 3 games, right?" Every time a new set comes out, yeah, Chris might go, "Oh, look, it's Midnight. I'm so excited for Midnight." Or, "Oh, it's Mount Lady 2. I'm so
Yeah,
excited for Mount
yeah.
Lady 2."
Yeah.
And then he goes back and he just builds All Might 3 again. And like, so I do think there's a weird obsession in leader-based games and in
Yeah.
smaller games with
Okay.
like the new thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think it is like, it's so strange because like in Star Wars, which is the game I played competitively for like a year after UniVersus.
Yeah.
People would try the new thing and then just go, "Wait a minute, the old thing is better."
Okay. Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
let's just go back to playing Boba Fett. Let's go back to playing, Han 2. Let's go back to playing Sabine. And that's a design issue with that game. That's a whole separate conversation. But like,
Yeah.
for some reason in these smaller like Bandai games are bad about it.
Okay.
With Bandai games, I think it's specifically because they make the cards too good. Like a new set comes out and it is just way more powerful.
Oh, it's just power. Oh, they did that in Super. They would always power creep
Yeah.
the previous set.
Oh yeah, the newest
yeah.
set would come out
Yeah.
and it would just make the And they also have a weird banning philosophy where if something is too good for too long, even if it's not winning, they'll just ban it. Like
Yeah.
Nami is a deck that just got banned because
Okay.
like it had people who really liked it, and then it was kind of good for 2 years, and they went no more Nami, get rid of
Oh,
it.
well, that sucks.
Like, and then Yu-Gi-Oh though, like a whole new Yu-Gi-Oh set will come out and no one will buy it, and they'll go, I don't know, I'm still gonna play K9 Vanquish Soul or whatever the current best deck is. I'm
Okay.
still gonna play
Yeah.
Yummy. I'm still gonna play Draco Tail or whatever the. But Yu-Gi-Oh also does kind of once a year release a set that just power creeps the entire year.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Like that just goes, okay, this is the new standard. Yes, Snake Eyes was good, but now we're done with Snake Eyes. Here's K9 or whatever. Like using, that as an example.
Yeah,
but,
using Yu-Gi-Oh
yeah.
terms, I have no idea. I thought you were talking about G.I. Joe there for a second, but it's all good. Dude.
Yeah, but
it's all good. I know what you meant.
I think it's a weird issue specifically in smaller games.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I could see that, but like true to my form, I did gravitate to All Might 3 again. I am playing Ryu, so
I was shocked you weren't more excited when that guy got shown off.
I didn't really.
I thought you would be super hyped up, and
I was just like, it's whatever. I was playing. I don't know. It's just what it. Like I was more excited for Luke because I like what Luke does, but I think Ryu's just badass and he's way cooler. Hey, there's the cat.
She's probably leaving the room.
I think he's huge. It's way bigger than Ryu is super cool. Yes. We love All Might 3 in this house. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, number 8, which I think I may know some of the answers, but not all of them here.
Sure.
You get your choice of 2 players, can be current or retired, to pick for a team's event. Who are they?
I actually am stuck on the second person.
Okay.
The first answer is just Phil.
Yeah.
Like Phil's my actual best friend. Like we hang out online all the time. I go to see him twice a year.
Okay.
He comes to see me. Like I'm going up there again in October.
Oh hell yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. So like, it's Phil for sure.
Okay.
And the other person is just like is extremely difficult. I'm about to be really happy or sad. Funnily enough, Tam, I think we would clash too much in a team's event, because I would make a comment about like a joke, and then you would get your feelings hurt because you would lose a match, you would make a comment and I would get my feelings hurt about me losing a match, and it would be detrimental to our friendship.
Sure.
Because I would make a joke that you didn't think was suitable for the time. So it's Phil Birch as number 1. Number 2 is tough because I would want it to be a fun team.
Yeah.
So like my brain is drawn to like, but I get like Prime Ben Shoemaker and to see how he interacts with Phil.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, like so I could see the original Ben.
Oh yeah.
Phil.
Oh
like,
yeah. Definitely. You could. If you want to focus in on Prime Ben Shoemaker, that's fine. That's perfect. You called your era. That's fair.
The second person, I don't know. It's tough. It's Phil, and then like I have a list of people that would be cool as the third one. Paul Butler would be interesting because I've never actually played against or with Paul.
No way, really?
If we've played a game, I don't remember it. Like that's like,
Paul's in shambles. Paul's in shambles. Someone hold him.
But I don't think we've ever played a single game against each other. And if we have, I'm so sorry. I don't remember it at all. And then we've never played
sad.
A game. Yeah.
That's super sad.
Man,
if you got like 5 people, dude, just it's okay. You can just wheel them in and out each round. It's all good, dude. I don't care. Yeah, we can do whatever you want.
I'm just like no. I want to give you an answer.
Okay,
I'm trying to think of like.
That's fair.
I want our third to be Paul Warshawski's Eraserhead deck that he would play, where he would build 2 foundations and then build 2 more foundations and try and play a throw on a 7 and tap his whole board. I want it to be. That, yeah. I want it to be Marquise McKinney so he can threaten our opponents and I will get a power boost. I want it to be.
Oh my gosh! Is Brad Townsley included in that too as the savior?
Brad Townsley is my current opponent for life. Brad and I are on.
Oh, okay.
Brad and I are on our enemy arc right now.
Not
we don't like each other.
Yeah. I get it.
I'm trying to think of who it would actually be, but like I
It's
know it's
okay.
Phil.
Yeah. I mean, you could just say it's Mitchell. You can go Phil and Mitch.
So
You know.
I think that would also be detrimental to
Oh
Mitchell.
no.
So here's the issue. Phil and I could win, lose, win, lose,
Yeah.
win, lose
Yeah.
every round,
Yeah.
right? We could go 3-3.
Yeah.
If Mitchell lost a round that caused us to miss Top Cut,
Yeah.
it would do permanent damage to mental psyche the way Phil and I would treat him, because he would go, "But you guys lost 3 times each," and we'd go, "Yeah, but we didn't lose the important one, Mitchell. We didn't lose the important."
Oh,
I have to
no.
think of how the third person handles me and Phil being together
Yeah.
on a team. 'Cause,
Sure.
like, that takes a very specific.
Okay, so
my
let
other
me throw one out to you. Dave Wagner.
yeah.
Wags.
See, I've never met Dave in person,
I think Wags can handle. I think Wags could handle you guys. I think he could.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I think Corey Nelson would be funny.
Yeah.
Just because I think he could like match the energy. I made a joke on Corey's Facebook post, and he posted the craziest emoji picture I've ever seen in my life in response. So like, I think he could handle it.
Okay.
And I think it would be funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think it would be really funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, Corey is perfect. Like I think Corey as the third just to match me and Phil. But if I had to pick a person,
Yeah.
it's probably I want to see like Ben Shoemaker
Yeah.
in Ben Shoemaker's heyday.
So the one thing about Ben is this: is that you guys have to carry him in finals, because that motherfucker
sure.
is 0-5 or 0-6 in finals, or he's only won one time in finals. Period.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you're gonna have to carry him in finals at least.
That's fine.
That's it. That's all you
That's
gotta
fine.
do. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah,
So,
Phil will carry us till that point, and then I can win one match.
there
That's
you go.
fine.
That's all you need. You need to win
Yeah.
the all you need to do is win the good ones. That's all you need. All right.
Yeah.
Question 9. What's your favorite deck right now that you're playing in any game? Not just UniVersus or
Man.
whatever. You pick a deck and let us know about it.
I have been playing a bunch of Magic.
Okay.
So like, hold on a second. Where's my backpack?
Underneath the fill mat. I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. Ba-bow.
Yeah, hold on.
You're
Everyone,
good.
you're gonna hear my zipper.
Zip. Is this like an action?
So I've been playing a bunch of.
Is this commander or is this or like
This
an
is a commander deck.
commander deck? Okay.
This is a commander deck.
Okay.
But I'm showing it to you specifically because you'll like it.
Okay.
I've been playing this guy a bunch.
Oh hell yeah, we love that guy.
Yeah, he turns into that guy.
We love him.
So my Emmett Selk commander deck is like my favorite deck to play probably, but I've been
Okay.
playing for competitive games. I've been playing a bunch of Arena,
Okay.
and last season I got to like top 100 on the Arena ladder for
Oh hell
a
yeah.
couple days
Cool.
before I trolled myself out of it and just like started playing bad decks.
Okay.
But there's a deck in Magic right now called Dimir Midrange,
Okay.
which I really enjoy. It's just like a very tempo-oriented, like you're playing cheap, efficient threats and answering your opponent's board and then winning the game through cheap, efficient threats. That deck is just so much fun to play. And then I really like the VV deck in Standard, which I know like everyone's complaining about it. If you're anywhere in a Magic-related content sphere,
Yeah.
the standard VV deck is like the problem child, but it's just so much fun to play.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a blast, and I think playing against it is fun. If I was playing Magic hyper competitively and trying to like qualify for the Pro Tour, maybe I wouldn't feel the same way. But, like,
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. Playing Arena and just trying to like finish in the top 500, top 100, wherever. Like last season I finished in the top 1,000.
Okay.
I think right now I'm like in the top 500, but I haven't played very much.
Okay. Hell yeah.
But like
Which
just
is-
playing that game and like trying to. Yeah.
Which is still probably the amount of players we have in UniVersus. So there's which is sad,
Whenever
which
I
is-
play,
it's
whenever I
crazy.
play Arena and
Yeah.
I realize that they number rank you to like 1,200,
Yeah.
and like then there's also people who are not in Mythic who are just playing the ladder,
Mhm.
and I never faced a repeat opponent in my climb from
Yeah.
when I started in August.
Okay.
My climb from Bronze to Mythic, I never faced a repeat opponent.
Okay.
And then in my climb from Platinum to Mythic for this season, I never faced a repeat opponent.
Okay.
Like
Crazy. That's so insane.
it's just like how many people are playing the game, and I'm playing hundreds of games. Like I'm just sitting there
Yeah.
and like I'll crack open a beer and be like, it's time to play Arena for 2 hours, and
Mhm.
I'll play 100 games
Yeah.
because they're best of one, and you're just like jamming through them.
Mhm. I played
So.
some Arena back when Final Fantasy was the new set, so I got to play like just the
Yeah.
Final Fantasy meta of just those cards. So yeah. What a panther. The thing is huge. Yeah, that's something else I wanted to ask you about. Like, Did Final Fantasy's got to be the coolest set Magic's ever done, right? Is Spider-Man gonna meet it or beat it?
Spider-Man sucks. Spider-Man is
Oh,
lame.
that's not good. That
The issue with
sucks.
Spider-Man is it was designed to be a much smaller set, and
Okay.
then the community reaction to the Beyond boosters, which is what Assassin's Creed did, was really bad. I
Okay.
didn't like them.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I think they also were like, oh wait, we need to make 6 standard legal sets a year.
Mhm.
So they just kind of like threw 80 something cards in Spider-Man.
Oh, that sucks.
And so in Final Fantasy, the Emmett Selk, right, for
Mhm.
example, he has an ability where he draws a card and discard a card. That is mostly on there to be like a standard card.
Yeah.
If you have 14 cards in your discard pile, he turns into Hades,
Mhm.
right? And that's super flavorful.
Yep.
And then, as Hades, he can play cards from his discard pile.
Correct.
But if they would go to his discard pile, they get exiled because he's just reanimating like hollow versions of his friends.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
And it's really cool. That same flavor isn't really there with Spider-Man.
Okay. Okay.
Like, you don't. I can sort of see how they got to certain points on certain characters.
Mhm.
Spider-Punk giving all of your spider creatures riot is great,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But like, it's not like that for every card.
Yeah.
There are a lot of cards where you're just like,
Why?
okay, this is clearly just magic words. Like, these are just
Yeah.
words we put on magic cards. They don't. The flavor design isn't there.
Mhm.
Final Fantasy is such an incredible like. It's an incredible set. It's an incredible like undertaking by Wizards of the Coast and Square.
Yeah.
Like, it's scalpers suck, and like it
Yeah.
sucks the product is so expensive. But
Yeah.
like, when you really look at that set and just how much they nailed every part of it,
Correct.
top to bottom,
Yeah.
it is like it's incredible. Like it's an actual. I think about like game design and stuff all the time. It's something that like if I ever went back to school, I think I
Mhm.
would consider it.
Okay.
And it's just like game theory and stuff, and it's
Mhm.
just like very incredible what they pulled off in a Magic set of that size. Where I don't
Yeah.
think there's a single card I read and go, what is the point of this?
Sure.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
there are cards that they made that are like commons that are meant for draft, and they
Mhm.
have magic effects on them, but I actually understand why they have those effects, right?
Mhm.
Like, and so. Yeah, it's my favorite. Yeah, so like my favorite stuff right now is just Magic because of how cool the Final
Yeah.
Fantasy set was. Like, it was
Yeah.
so cool.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, like I'm right
made
there
a
with
ton of
you.
money, and-
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome. I just love it.
She's just like being water, by the way. I'm trying
That's
to.
awesome. Oh my gosh, she's like.
Just yeah.
Oh no. All right. So as we finish it out, I know you're not. You know, I know. Rip, go beyond gaming, but
Yeah.
where can people find you? And any shout outs?
I have a Discord that Simi is pretty active.
Yeah.
I moderate it like a decent amount.
Mhm.
You can join that, but if you join it, you have to like actually say who you are because I will kick you out because I just don't. I don't want randoms joining.
Nah,
so,
I
like,
get it.
You gotta be like,
I get
hey,
it,
I
yeah.
watched this, or
Yep.
hey, I play at so and so's locals. Because the last like 3 or 4 people that have joined, I've messaged them like, yo, who is this? And they don't respond, and then I kick them.
Oh, I don't
So-
blame you. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So like I have a Discord that you can find by asking somebody who you know, because someone you know is probably
In it.
knows someone or is in it.
In it. Yeah. Yeah.
And then my shout outs are just gonna be copingwithcardboard.com, I think is the website name.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
Paul and Danny and everyone involved.
Mhm.
And that's it really. I don't know. You can find my articles there. I've made like 4 of them. They're pretty good. I like them.
The last one you did had the greatest like meme picture. It was the 2 girls, and it's
Yes.
like,
Yeah,
why are you
yeah.
changing cards out of my fucking deck, Paul? Why?
Yeah. I made that meme because I was like, man, I don't really like want to type a summary, but the meme explains the article pretty well.
There we
and-
go.
and,
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And so yeah, I've made a couple articles there on why Blitz sucks and why burnout is a thing
Mhm.
and why new players aren't bad, they're just new, and deck building philosophy, which is like
Yeah.
one that stuff that I would have made videos about, but again, the idea of turning my camera on and talking for sucks.
As an older person in the community, I do appreciate written articles, so thank you, because
Yeah.
sometimes you just can't turn on a video in the middle of the night. If you're like, you wake up and you're wide awake and it's just like, well, I need something to like relax, and you can just read that, right? And it's just like, it's super funny too, because I was talking to Paul I don't know. It was a couple of weeks ago, maybe, or maybe it was the last. Maybe it was the maybe I had him on, or if it was when I had Danny on. I've had more coping. Oh, it was with Austin too. I've had more coping
Hmm.
with cardboard players, team members on my show than any other team. I'm not even final round. So yeah, like you guys are doing something right.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. So
Awesome.
and also I try to avoid the Obama putting the Obama medal on Obama thing. So I tried to space out our final round team members so it doesn't look like I'm just peddling the team left and right.
At this
So
point, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to.
yeah.
You're running out of people.
I
You
got a couple.
gotta.
I got Jeremy Ray coming on. We're gonna talk about Aaron 4. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. So
Whoa, Jeremy Ray.
yeah,
Do you have like a laundry list of things you're allowed to talk about, not allowed to talk
I
about?
had to send something in and he had to get it. I had to get it approved. So yeah, it's all right. It's not.
Gotcha.
It's not that big
Yeah.
of a deal. It's all right. And then I got Jesse coming on. So it's Rochester. And then
Nice.
I have a local of mine, Paul Baker. He's on Team Block
Okay.
Party. So I'm trying to space it out, and I'm trying not to pull
Trying to
all
space
my
it out.
locals into it. So like, I wish I could pull more UVS people just to bullshit and just talk about non UVS things. But it's I gotta.
It's difficult.
It's difficult, but yeah. So I just want to say thanks, man. I appreciate you for
Yeah.
coming on and chilling and hanging out and taking an hour and a half to hang out with this old man. Making me feel nice and stuff. So yeah. So
Anytime.
I think that's it. I'm gonna see if we can raid someone real quick. I don't know if anyone's on. If anybody's
Sorry, anytime was a lie. I didn't mean that.
what?
Exactly this one time. You said thanks for coming, and I said anytime. I
Oh,
want to
just this
preface
one
that
time.
was a lie.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Just the one time.
That's
maybe
fine.
in the future,
Yeah.
like maybe in a few months.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's more along the lines of, because Tam's like, we're going to see Andrew at Worlds again this year. Can't break the tradition. That's facts.
No, not in Texas.
Not in Texas.
When it was in Orlando, I could treat it as a vacation. What am I gonna do in Texas?
That's
in
true.
Grapevine, Texas.
That's true.
Like,
So, it looks
like
like
go to the Top Golf.
it looks like the boys are doing Guilty Gear lore. So we're gonna go raid them and yeah, chat, go raid, and we're gonna have fun. So, everyone have a good night.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later. Bye. I don't know when I have to hit the button. 11 viewers. Bye bye, guys. Have a good night.